Okay, welcome guys. Welcome. It is Joseph and Wendy. We are broadcasting today. We have a special, as we said a few days ago, right, Wendy? We were going to give them some testimonials because we were talking about LifeWave delivers because this is a product, right?
Yeah, and it's always nice to hear from other people how it's helped them. So everybody has a little bit different experience.
Joseph and Wendy, we are going to be sharing some of these testimonials. So here's one, Wendy, that is a testimonial from Veteran Hospital ortho doctors talking about someone who had like a rotator cuff or needed shoulder surgery or something. Do you want to read that one?
I can read this one. So this one was this person had hurt their shoulder in active duty. And so they went to their veteran hospital orthopedic doctor, and they prescribed steroid injections for the pain. But basically they told them they were going to end up having to have a shoulder surgery, shoulder replacement surgery. And so the VA sent lots of pain relief ointment tubes, and none of them really worked very good. But a neurologist doctor friend had shared some of these LifeWave X39 patches with him in the meantime. And he said in about 15 minutes, the pain in his shoulder went from a 7 to a 3, and in time to a 1 after wearing these patches. And in about 15 days, the range of motion began to increase. And then 10 months later, the shoulder was the best it had been in years. So, I mean, that's amazing. That's an amazing story.
You know, it's very amazing because had this ortho doctor not, or neurologist rather, doctor not shared the LifeWave X39, who knows? They may have done the shoulder replacement. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that is actually, you know, we're kind of more talking about other people's stories right now, but I kind of had my own little X39 story. Maybe if we have time at the end, I could share.
I'd like to. Let's definitely let them hear it. Just one full disclosure: to get the distributor discount, which I thought was interesting. If you see the bottom of it, it says, shortly after first use, I enrolled with LifeWave and am proud to share both the patches and the business opportunity with others. I have helped many with LifeWave. So that is a case of somebody having a personal life-changing result. I mean, let's face it, you know, non-invasive, no surgery required, just wearing a peel and stick patch. And it changed his whole outcome that he not only continues to wear the patch, but he enrolled as a distributor, independent LifeWave distributor. Yeah. So that's kind of cool.
You know, when you find something that changes that dramatically, and it's like, how can you not share it with other people? It's just exciting.
What's your story that you were going to share?
So mine is just, I have to try to make it real simple. When I had met you, I had actually been, you didn't know this when you met me, but I had been looking into injections because of like pain I had in my hips. Like when I would sit and then stand up and like start to take like a first step after sitting for like 10 minutes, my hips hurt really bad and like to sleep, or they just ached. And I think it was hereditary, maybe, I don't know. My mom had double hip surgery, and I knew I was like not far behind her because they hurt. And it even affected like my range of motion when I'd walk sometimes. And I thought, you know, I don't want to have surgery. So I thought maybe I would look into the injections. And in the meantime, I found the patches. So when I first started, I wear my X39 on the back of my neck. But when I first started wearing it, I would alternate, and I'd wear one on each hip every day, like one day on my left, one day on my right. And like, it's almost 2 years into it, and I have absolutely no hip pain at all. And mine didn't go away quite as fast as that guy's did, but a few months into it, I had no hip pain. It got less right away. Yeah, and the range of motion is like when I was a teenager. Yeah, it's insane how they help.
Didn't I hear you say once that your mom had hip replaced? Had to
Yeah, I
have her
just
hips
said that.
replaced?
I just said
Oh,
that. I
okay.
said,
Yeah, right.
yeah. And so, and I knew I was not very far behind her in that.
Amazing
Being
story.
the
Wow.
fact that they hurt so bad, like even just, after sitting for 5 minutes and I was young, so I don't know, but
That's an amazing story. That is an amazing story. And so were you thinking, like you weren't even thinking of becoming a LifeWave distributor at that point. You were just looking for relief.
yeah, I was just looking first to try something to see if it helps.
That's amazing. And look at now how many people you've helped and how it's helped you. It's a great story. Now you also have another third party story that testimonial that you want to share.
Yeah, it was just something I came across. This lady from Australia, because we do have these patches, all over the world. And this one was a lady from Australia, which I thought was interesting. She had tendonitis in her wrist, and that could be, painful. And she said that, like, not too long after starting to wear the X39 patch, that her tendonitis got better. And she said that, and then not only, she was looking for relief for her tendonitis. She said she had a crazy amount of extra energy and an awesome sleep. So her sleep got better, her energy got better, and then another thing she said she wasn't expecting is she always had really thin hair, and her skin started getting better, and then her hair started growing in better. So it helped her with a lot of different issues.
Yeah, that's one of the things I noticed too, not just with my hair, but my fingernails would grow like super fast. Like I would trim them, like in 2 days later, I need to trim them again. And I never used to have that situation.
Yeah, I have noticed that with my fingernails, but
and just like shaving, I noticed like I have to shave. I usually could go, a couple days sometimes, but now I have, just like the hair just grows so fast, and same thing with my hair on my head. So I don't know what's happening, but it is interesting to say the least.
Yeah, it is very interesting.
If I start growing hair on my back, then I'll begin to wonder. And if I start wanting to eat a lot of bananas and start, kind of doing a gorilla dance, I think that I'll get a little bit nervous. I'll get concerned. But it's so amazing. So
yeah, it might make it be more expensive because your waxing bill might go up.
Yeah, right. Good one. Hey, let me take these off so I can laugh better. Okay. So guys, what we are saying is we could spend hours, literally, there are so many testimonials, we could spend hours. We just wanted to share with you some other testimonials. I mean, there's so many. You can just Google. And, let's be frank, or let's be Joe, or let's be Wendy. No, just kidding. But let's.
I don't want to be frank.
I know. Let's just be Wendy and I'll be Joe. But G.I. Joe. But seriously, I mean, what I've found is that anybody that is trying to knock something down that is good, that is non-invasive, that has no side effects, that has no food or drugs or any harmful ingredients or pharmaceuticals, naturally, they don't either they don't believe it or they're against it. They're opposing it because maybe they sell pharmaceuticals. Maybe they are, a subscriber to that. So you have to just use discretion, guys, when you're doing research. There's plenty of good data out there. And it's almost like the guy who cries wolf. I mean, if you have 100% of people that are using the product, the company gives you 100. I meant to say, if you get 100% money back guarantee, and the people using the product, 99.9% are getting amazing results. Wouldn't you think that maybe there is no downside to this? Maybe there is, that people are just going to be the way they are going to be. But, to me, the way I looked at it is a company isn't going to give you money back guarantee for up to 90 days if most of the people using their product aren't getting results. Does that make sense? Because they'll go broke, because they'll go out of business.
Yeah, they know. I mean, yeah, they know that once people start seeing feeling the effects, they're gonna want to try them again. So
I
yeah,
mean,
that's amazing.
I yeah, like I don't know about you, Wendy, but I saw results within 2 hours. I mean, I put the first time I got the patches in the mail, I peeled and stick on my wrist, and I felt something literally within 2 hours. Something was happening in my
I
body.
noticed something the first day too. I remember that because the first day I put it on, we've talked about this before. I got on an airplane that day, and that's why I remember that day.
No anxiety.
Yeah, it took away my anxiety of flying. It gave me more calm. Just made me feel calmer and relaxed. Yeah, that was with the X39. Although we have
Yeah,
another patch that is an additional, helps with
yeah. So
anxiety.
that's what I think we should just close with is some of the other patches because we were focused mostly on the X39 because that's the
Mhm.
patch that almost everybody starts out
Mhm.
with.
And one of just real quick, briefly, like one of out of all of the people that say anything about there's lots of different things it helps with, but everybody basically one of the main things that everybody notices is increased energy levels and decreased pain. Which you really think about living a fun, happy, fulfilling life, not being tired and not being in pain are two key elements of being able to enjoy
I
whether it's
was,
your
yeah,
grandkids or your kids or you're doing good at your job or anything like
I met a guy today on the way to this grocery store. I was going in, I parked my car, and I have one of those cars that, it's a head turner. So the guy just commented on the car, and I said, thank you, I appreciate it. And he goes, oh, I love those cars, I'm not going to say what kind of car it is, but you know what kind of
that.
car it is. And so we started a conversation, and it ended up that we were talking about ages, and I said, well, how old are you? And he goes, I'm 57. Now, honestly, he had a full head of white hair, white beard, completely, and he's 57. I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm afraid, because he goes, how old are you? And I said, uh-oh, now it's gonna, because I'm gonna get in trouble because every time and he goes, you're not 67. And I said my age. Oh shoot, I wasn't supposed to say it. I'll have to delete it. I'm going to delete this
No,
part. I'm going to delete this part because Wendy's only 27,
no, that's
and
right.
yeah, no, but he did not think I was. He thought I was younger than him. Is what it was. So I was like, uh-oh. So he goes,
That's when you hold out the patch and say,
well,
well,
that's what I did. So that's what I'm getting to, that part. And so the part was I had some patches, so I took out a couple samples, and I said, here, put one on when you first get up tomorrow and wear it for 12 hours, and then do the same thing the next day. And he got my number and everything. So I think if he gets the results that even, half the results, because he's in pain. He said he's in constant pain. He has pain. And if it can lower his pain, boom, he's going to be a patcher.
that's awesome.
Not a
Who would have
pitcher,
thought? Who would have
patcher.
thought the fountain of youth would have been look like a band-aid?
Yeah.
Peel and stick. Peel and stick fountain of youth.
The technology, guys, it's a nanotechnology, and that's what's so people still think it's a placebo, and some people just can't wrap their brain around when we've given these to horses, animals, dogs, cats. How is a horse to understand what placebo is? A horse would not be out of pain. It wouldn't work. It would just not do anything because animals have no concept.
Mm-hmm.
So and they've done blind studies where it was a patch, and they've done it without using, the ingredient, like whatever the crystal things are, the nanoparticles. We'll just call them nano, because it works off your body, powers these nanoparticles. That's what the patch
They're
has.
nano fibers.
Fibers.
Fibers that they use phototherapy.
Right.
And then the infrared light, that comes off of our own bodies with sun's energy mixed with science and
Right. So he got it, and he said, if it works for me, you got me as a customer, or at least, now, for now as a customer. But that's how easy it is when people are because almost everybody you run into, I guarantee if I talked to everybody and just took a survey in that store, just that one store, almost everybody would have some type of pain, some time of the day, whether it's morning, night.
It's really interesting to me because everybody I talk to does have some sort of pain. And the crazy thing is that they will spend a lot of money on, like pharmaceuticals, or spend a lot of money on, bad food for you, going out to eat. But it's like, there's got to be a point where you recognize that they're very affordable. And if you really want to be out of pain, and why not give something a try that is a guarantee money back? You might just be so pleasantly surprised that I'm sure you will be, but you just got to try it, because you'll never know if you don't try.
And it's just improving your quality of life. Let's face it, guys. Nobody loves to get up in the morning all in pain saying, oh, I'm so happy today to be alive. I'm so, and not be able to enjoy because they can't move, they can't bend down, they can't, twist and turn, and they just can't do the things that they really used to do when they were in their 20s. So like Wendy said, it's not going to.
Yeah, my hips would be ridiculously, I am so glad that I have these.
You would never be able to dance the dances that you do.
No. I would do it. I just probably look stiff. I'd be like, I dance like a robot.
No Michael Jackson moves, no moonwalk, nothing. Okay. All right. Yeah. So we're going to wrap for now, guys. But what we'll do is we got really tied up, and we wanted to go over a couple of the other patches, because tied into the X39, there are two other patches, really. There's the Eon, AEON, and the glutathione, which are really two awesome patches. One for inflammation, help to reduce inflammation. The other one is for detoxing and also boosting your antioxidant levels, because everything that is out there trying to attack our bodies, like viruses, bacteria, and all these different germs and stuff, our bodies can fight off almost all of that based on antioxidants, because it's called free radicals. People that are trying to prevent, like. And
they also, the glutathione patch can also help get rid our body of heavy
metals. Thank you. Yes, yeah, like mercury, because that was one of the other questions that I had, because tuna, that was one of the big things, like don't eat so much tuna because of the mercury. Funny commercial. It was about tuna going down, and one of the comedians made a joke one time, and the reason why you stopped seeing Charlie the Tuna commercials is because he died of mercury poisoning.
Oh man.
That was a joke. That was a joke. Yeah. Okay. I know. Yeah, you're just playing along with it. You're playing along with the joke.
Yeah, I was gonna say he needed a glutathione patch to rid himself of.
And that is exactly why we are so excited about. So the next week we'll put a couple episodes in. We'll break down and give you some examples of people who've been wearing glutathione, who've been wearing Eon, and another one you wanted to talk about, which we'll do next time, is Nirvana. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes.
So great, guys. We'll see you on the next show. And again, you can rewind us. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to like and hit the little alert button and subscribe to our channel. And if you are watching this on Facebook, if this shows up on Facebook, make sure to like. And there is usually a link if you want to join our group, our Facebook group. Wendy has a Facebook page for Reboot Me. Be sure to like, because I'll put the link there so you can like her page, and you can follow us in our non-invasive stem cell therapy group. It's growing. The group is getting bigger and bigger. So we're always putting some good testimonials and some nice posts there as well, and different things that the patches have done for so many people in so many different areas. It's crazy. So we'll see you on when we circle back with you.